And we begin with that breaking news on the man accused of kidnapping a young girl in downtown Wilmington back in January. In court on Thursday, Daniel Summers pleaded guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. As part of a plea agreement, all other charges, including second-degree kidnapping, were dismissed. Summers was given a suspended sentence with 4 years of probation and is required to undergo mental health and substance abuse assessments.